Morning, everybody. Welcome back to Strongman Personal Finance. I was sitting on my couch this morning, and then I saw this Dave Ramsey video pop up. It said, "Dave, you're stupid and arrogant. Are you smarter than Warren Buffett?" Now, I had to click on this video because I thought it was just some stupid thing about, buying new cars is smart. No. This phone call was from a fellow brave boglehead, bravely calling out Dave Ramsey on his scummy trash financial advice. And of course, Dave's reaction, I'm older than you. Anyway, we'll see. But there was a brave boglehead who called in and told Dave Ramsey that his active managed funds that he shills on people is a freaking ripoff, and it's screwing people, and it leads to massive underperformance. And guess what? This brave boglehead, his name is Chris also, was right. So let's watch this video, and let's watch Dave Ramsey give his stupid explanation for why you should do active management instead of passive investing. Hint, hint, it's because he gets paid to put you into active funds. And I'll show you why he's full of crap and a scumbag and a fat, bald loser. Let's go. Oh, one more thing. Dave Ramsey's all about the church, but at the end of the day, he freaking screws people over with his trash advice.
Up next is going to be Chris in Los Angeles. Hi, Chris. Welcome to the Ramsey Show.
God bless you, Chris.
Hey, Dave. How are you doing?
Great, man. What's up?
There's a couple things. One, you've done some great work, and in some ways I love you. In other ways, you're stupid and arrogant.
Okay. How can I help you?
All right.
What'd you say to me, boy? Big hat, new cattle. Dave Ramsey. Woo! Good job, Chris. I appreciate it.
Boy, that's a great way to start any conversation right there.
Yeah. Well, my first question would be, are you smarter than Warren Buffett?
How old are you?
Because you...
How old are you? That's all that's relevant. I'm older than you, and I'm bald, so I'm right.
I'm 35.
Okay, cool. So what? I'm sorry.
Yeah, see, Dave's little shill buddy, little butt buddy right here. Ken Coleman, freaking loser. Dave's older than him.
Let's stop just a second. What's the point of your call? How can I help you?
The point of my call is you push people into actively managed funds when over time, if you push people into an index fund, they would have about 50% more money when they reach.
Okay. Not sure where you went to school for your math class, but you failed.
Actually, compound.
You see, Dave Ramsey can just say whatever he wants because he has a bunch of basically Christian radical followers that think he's like the next Jesus, okay? So if Dave Ramsey says your math is wrong, you're freaking wrong. Well, guess what? Compounding returns over time make a massive difference. And let's actually do a quick comparison. Let's see how you'd perform using an index fund versus an actively managed fund. So let's see. Compound return calculator comparison. Let's see how you would perform. So let's say over 40 years you're investing. And every year, your contribution started 2021, and let's say you contribute $6,000 per year, and then you contribute for 40 years. Now, in case one, if you have an actively managed fund, your return is going to be 1 to 2% less than the index over time because you're paying active management fees and you're paying taxes because active managers churn their portfolios, which this freaking fat, bald loser isn't going to admit, okay? Because he gets paid to refer people to financial advisors that push actively managed funds. So all things being told, you might pay between 2 to 3% extra. We'll be nice and we'll say an active manager, in case one, you'll get 8% over time. And then in case two, you get 10% investing in the index every year because you pay almost no fees and there's no taxes. So let's see if this trash calculator actually works. Oh, look at that. In case one, your ending balance is $1.5 million. And in case two, after 40 years, it's $2.6 million. The only difference is the annual return. With the financial advisor, they're such good people. They're going to help you out. They charge you fees and they put you in active management funds so that you're going to get much lower returns. In this case, 2% less. That leads to $1.1 million more in retirement if you just invest yourself in an index fund. But this stupid, fake Christian loser has to push you into active management because that's how he gets paid. As a matter of fact, there's a person that did some digging, okay? I read this article. I don't know how accurate it is, but I know he's got to be getting referral money. He's got to be getting some kind of kickbacks for what he calls his SmartVestor Pro program. So Dave Ramsey will have people call in, people seek financial advice, and what Dave will do is he'll refer them to endorsed financial advisors that have a heart of a teacher because they're such good people. They have a heart of a teacher. And Dave Ramsey will push people into these financial advisors. And when you push people into financial advisors, this is what happens. 1.5 million versus 2.6 million because financial advisors charge a fee and they put you into active funds, which are high expense ratios and tax inefficient. I'm a good person. I'm bald. I'm old. I did this for 30 years. So this guy did a little bit of research, and I mean, this could be wrong, this could be right, but he definitely makes money. Dave Ramsey makes a mountain of money off the advertising fees, advisors, financial advisors, paid to be part of the now defunct ELP program and the new SmartVestor Pros program. How much money? The fee advisors pay ranges between $400 and $1,500 depending on many factors. If you take the 1,400 advisors in the SmartVestor program, this comes to about $560,000 in fees Dave Ramsey is earning every freaking year. Mr. Dave Ramsey. Or is that annual? Hold on. 4 times 1,400. Oh my God, that's per month. So Dave Ramsey's making, over a year, he's making $6.7 million from these advisors. Why do you think this disgusting shill, who's so Chris, he's so amazing, he's a good person, and he cares about the flock, the Christian flock. Why do you think he's shilling active management funds? So he can make $6-point-something million referring people to scummy, loser, disgusting financial advisors. This guy is sick. And then when somebody calls him out, who's calling me? Jesus, I'm in the middle of a video. When somebody calls this clown out, look how he reacts. Big hat, no cattle.
No, I understand.
Add up dramatically.
I got socks older than you. I've been teaching this a while, okay? So,
I'm older than you, so you can't question me. Look, I'm bald.
This is how this works. Now, here's the thing. You're basically doing what Bogle said, and Bogle invented a wonderful thing with the index fund, and the S&P 500 funds are wonderful. The index fund.
Yeah, but Dave, what Bogle did is stop you, or potentially stopped you from making a lot of money off your gullible loser fans. That's why you have this little snarky attitude when it's a wonderful thing, but it's not as good as what I recommend because you make money, you sick, bald loser.
Funds are wonderful. They are not a cure-all, and there's no possible scenario, unless you're an absolute idiot in picking your actively managed funds, that you would have 50% more in an index fund. Now,
did I not just show you an example? Over 40 years, just simply investing the same amount, you would have, is it 50% more? Actually, I think it was more than 50% more. You would have more than 50% over 40 years investing in an index fund. But he doesn't care. He wants that money. Good person. He's so amazing. He's Dave Ramsey. Freaking loser. This guy really pisses me off. I'm not even joking.
Now, the actual...
But he calls people stupid because they correctly call him out. This guy, Chris from Los Angeles, is a freaking saint, okay? I am so glad that he called this idiot and took a dump all over him. Because Dave Ramsey is a freaking chill and a paid loser.
Facts are, more than 50% of the funds underperform the indexes. That is a true fact, to your point.
That's a
Oh, more than 50, you say, Dave Ramsey? Oh, actually, looking at this chart here, just over 10 years. Just over 10 years? Looks like it's between 82 and 88% of funds in just 10 years. And maybe over 20, 30, 40, it probably gets 100%. 88% of funds underperform. You bald, I don't know why I keep calling him bald, because maybe I'll be bald one day. You freaking disgusting, grifting, fake Christian loser.
Different fact. The fact is 2% above, if you have a 7% return versus a 9% return, which you have the compounding cost bringing your return down by 2%, over 50 years, you'll have half the money. Do the math on that, Google it.
That would be true too, but none of those numbers you're using are accurate in terms of what the S&P has produced or what actively managed funds have produced. The actively managed funds that I personally have picked have outperformed the indexes by more than 2%.
He has never shown what his portfolio is. I want to see these funds that just crush the index. You know what he's probably doing is buying a bunch of tech funds, okay? Here's Dave Ramsey's stupid, genius way to pick actively managed funds. I'm Dave Ramsey. I'm so smart because, I'm old. Okay, best performing 5-star mutual funds, growth stocks. Here's what he does. Oh, yeah. 29 best large growth funds. Number 1, JP Morgan US Momentum Factor. Okay, maybe I'll do that one. Direxion Nasdaq 100. iShares Core. So he chooses one of these that has the best performance over time. And that's all he freaking does. He looks at recent performance. But if you do that, you're going to get screwed. I have this example here. Imagine that. So we all heard of ARK. ARK Innovation. It's the future. Kathy Wood. She's a genius. Ta-ta! Now, ARK has blown it out of the water over the past couple of years. And what do you think happens? What do you think Dave Ramsey would do? If he saw that ARK crushed it, he would pick ARK because it did well in the past. So that means it's going to do well in the future. But look what happened over the last year. So since January 1st, ARK has been down 10%, and the S&P 500 is up 17%. The lesson here is if you buy into a fund after it's had its outperformance, it's probably going to underperform going forward, okay? That's why Dave Ramsey's stupid little, I always pick, it's really easy to pick actively managed outperforming funds. It's not easy because the ones that do well tend to revert to the mean.
As a portfolio, because it's fairly easy to study mutual funds and pick them that outperform.
He's so I just literally showed that. He is so full of crap. He is stupid and arrogant. He's a freaking loser, and he wants to make money off his fans by pushing them to financial advisors that pay him.
Going to study them, and you're not going to have a good advisor in your corner, then using the index funds is a great idea. Here's what we actually found in the real world versus
Oh, the real world. Well, Dave, I haven't followed any of your advice, and I'm doing pretty good. And I've just bought index funds, and I haven't paid off my house early. That's really weird, Dave. Really weird.
Versus someone's hypothetical vacuum discussion of theory. Okay, as we studied
I'm hypothetical. I mean, I didn't pay off my house fast, and I invested in Total World Broadly Diversified Index funds, and now I have almost $400,000 invested. I maybe have a $500,000 net worth if you include my house and all my other stuff. And I'm 32. Oh, this is so hypothetical. It doesn't work. That never happens in real life. What happens in real life is that everybody listens to Dave Ramsey and they pay advisor fees and they suddenly become millionaires. This guy's a freaking disgusting scumbag.
Largest study of millionaires. 90% of them, a largest study of millionaires ever done, over 10,000 of them. 90% of them became wealthy without inheritance. Inheritance did not cause their wealth. And
okay, we're not talking about that.
Almost all of them did it with their 401k with actively managed funds.
He's such a manipulator. So they did it with actively managed funds when they could have been way wealthier buying index funds. Man, but okay, I'm a country boy. Yeah! What a freaking loser. Do you see how he's a manipulator and a liar, and he just wants to make money? $6 million per year. That's why he's doing this. He doesn't care about his followers. He's a scumbag.
Now, some of the funds actually underperformed the S&P. and some of them overperformed the S&P, and some of them used an S&P because a good 500 fund was in their portfolio as well. Now, let's go back to Warren Buffett for just a second. Are you aware that Warren Buffett does not have all of his investments in index funds?
Of course.
Okay,
he has it in a holding company.
I'm not sure, other than the fact that he has stated that the average guy, because he's a BOGLEHEAD, the average guy should buy index funds instead of actively managed funds. Other than that, he doesn't actually do what he says he's going to do. With that, he actually has an actively managed portfolio called Berkshire Hathaway. Are you aware of that?
Yes, I am, and he's doing it with the money he's leaving to his wife when he dies.
Well, that's fine. I mean, where the money's going is not relevant.
See, Warren Buffett is a massively outperforming long-term value investor, which we also preach on this channel, if you want to buy individual stocks. But Warren Buffett has massive resources, and he has the patience to really see his investments to fruition, okay? Most people don't have that. And on top of that, that is way different from an actively managed mutual fund. Warren Buffett knows what he's doing. How do you know which active manager is going to outperform the index? How do you know? Especially over 10, 20, 30, 40 years. It's impossible to tell. The hotshot managers of today will very likely not be the hotshot managers of tomorrow. So do you want to take that risk of somebody's really hot and famous, like me, just kidding. There's a really hot and famous investor or mutual fund manager. You put your money with them, and then there's a risk that you massively underperform going forward, okay? Dave Ramsey is a disgusting manipulator. He wants money, pure and simple. And he's probably just buying tech funds. 100% he's just buying tech funds. And if tech ever reverts to the mean, woo, he's going to get annihilated, baby. Woo! But he'll say, oh, I outperformed. I am Dave Ramsey. Well, he's full of crap because tech, I think, has probably underperformed the index. You know, or the other parts of the S&P 500 recently. But he's not going to say that.
To the mathematical discussion. The mathematical discussion, Chris, is simply this. Warren Buffett made comments frequently about the average guy should buy index funds. And I really don't have a problem with that. You can get rich with index funds. Not 50% richer. That's complete
Yeah, I just did the math, you freaking loser.
BS. But, you know,
that is true.
But you can get rich with index funds. I don't have any problem with that at all. If that makes me...
See, like, even people like respect Dave Ramsey. The whole financial industry, and I hope you're starting to see this, is a bunch of money-grubbing scumbags that will lie through their teeth to make money off average people. It's just a fact. That's why I don't trust anybody in the financial industry, okay? That's why I'm so freaking angry. Because people like this, they're saints and they're good people, they're the people that are screwing the average person over by putting out a bunch of garbage and crapping on this guy that called in, who was brave, and I commend him. So Chris, if you ever see this video, you are more than welcome to come onto my channel and have a discussion about how disgusting old Dave Ramsey Koopa-Doopa-Dooble is. Anyway, that's it. Who's calling me? You guys have a wonderful day. Like, subscribe, tell your friends about me. Don't listen to this freaking loser. Okay, max your tax advantage accounts, buy total world stock market index funds. Don't look at it, just buy consistently, max them out, and you're going to be just fine. But if you listen to this freaking idiot, he's going to push you to a financial advisor, get a kickback, and then after that, he's not going to care. It doesn't matter if you have $1 million less in retirement. Because it's big out no girl. Get some money. Anyway, I'm trying to look at this freaking loser. Cheers!